convincing winners in the end on the scoreboard. How do you sum up the performance though after that short turn?
Yeah, I was also had some challenges for this game, like because obviously a fair bit of noise going on, south this week, and it is a challenge. Any 5-day turnaround, but coming from Townsville, it's a very hard game where we had to defend a lot. It was pretty hot up there, and we value our preparation so much. So this week was definitely compromised in that sense. But whatever it is, like you got to do it. So in the end, I thought it was very professional, and boys got the job done. Obviously, the start wasn't great. That could have every right to every chance to just feel like it's going to be South's game. They're going to have a win somewhere. I thought we just sort of stuck at it and just grinded our way through that game.
What were you asking of them in the second half? Was it just more energy or?
I don't know. Like it was a hard one. You could tell like there's a real lack of atmosphere out there, and it just had like banana skin written all over it tonight. So half time, we just corrected a couple of things. I thought we tried to. In the end, our defence sorted us out because we didn't start the second half that well. We were putting ourselves under pressure, but we defended that, and a little bit like last week. And that's sort of what, in the end of the day, that's what sort of got us back in the, in front. And then after that, we went on with it.
How tough is that, just on Ivan's comment about the lack of atmosphere? Like you guys playing for a rowdy home crowd every second week. How tough is it to get up when it's quite flat around you?
Yeah, it's definitely different. We probably didn't realise how much there was going to be lack of it until we actually got out there for a warm up and realised it was just And I said there was 8,000 there tonight, but probably half that. But it's a different one. It's obviously you got to try and focus more on making sure you sort of communication connection is really good. So we're trying to focus on that. But it probably wasn't great for the start really. No atmosphere, probably started a little bit flat, get blokes in binned, and then let in 2 quick tries. So I've touched on, I was pretty proud of how we sort of came out on the top of that, and little moments where we had to defend really well. But then off the back of that, we scored some really good tries as well. So it was definitely different with sort of the lack of people there.
Ivan, you just mentioned the communication. How big a role do you reckon Brad played today? I think he set up that first try, scored the second one. How do you reckon he went tonight?
I thought he went really well, considering we only made the decision yesterday that Nat wasn't going to play, so that's on me. We should have made that earlier, but that was part of how a 5-day thing goes, and we wanted to see how he'd go yesterday, hoping that he'd get through it without any dramas, which he got through the whole session, but in the end it just seemed to be too much risk. So Brad's come in today and done 0 reps this week, or the week before, so I think he did pretty well.
Was Nathan able to train at all this week?
Yeah, he did. He did everything. We didn't do much, but he did. But there was just enough. That's the thing, we should have made the call earlier based on, the situation we were in, whereas it's always going to be difficult coming back from a hamstring injury, playing in Townsville, and then 5 days later trying to back it up. So, that was my fault. So.
Yeah, expectation is he'll play next week.
Yeah.
We just saw Dylan Edwards come off towards the end there. Is everything all right there?
Wherever I can, I try and give guys like Yowie and Dill a rest. Dill's always complaining about something, so I gave him that tonight. Those two in particular are just absolute machines. So, I saw an opportunity. It came a bit later than I would have liked, but anyway, it was and we took it. So.
How happy are you for Lindsay Smith to get over tonight?
Yeah, I was very worried about that offside.
You've
done that, mate. It's good for him. Larry's he's become a real important piece of our puzzle, the way he plays, and it's good to see him get one finally.
How do you think Sonia responded to what, not playing last week? Wouldn't have really noticed scores and tried produces that flick pass later on in the night. Do you think it was beneficial last week? And just can you talk us through how the week has gone?
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it if I didn't think it was beneficial. It was just, I said this last week. It's or the other day. That's what, being able to negotiate contracts every day of the year. It's it comes up at the wrong time sometimes, a lot of the time actually, and we just decided for his sake and for our sake that we just give him the chance to get it sorted that week, and I think he appreciated that because, and hopefully we saw the benefit of that tonight.